I am, other than my friend Daniel. Daniel's in Pottsville. We'll just leave it at that. I'm the original only power washing business in Russellville.
How many do you see come and go every year? Do you even care?
There are so many. I do and I don't. It's like I know that more are gonna come. They come and go yearly. I'd say probably 5 or 6 every year. Start up and then just go away, I guess. They just stop what they're doing.
I was one of those at one point.
Were you? You
Yeah.
started power washing?
Yeah, man. So I don't even know how many years ago, 6, 7 years ago, I bought a pressure washer. Historically, I would start a business like 3, 4 weeks in, quit the business because it got hard, right? You don't have a roadmap of what to do. But yeah, I think I called it extreme pressure washing or something like that.
There you go.
And I had like a Craftsman I got at Lowe's. I think I had one free job, and then I bought a bunch of door hangers, and I was like going around. Never got a single call.
Door hangers have been my least effective form of advertising. I have put out tens of thousands of door hangers, and I think I've gotten maybe 3 calls.
How do you track that? Like, do you just ask, hey, was it the door hanger?
Yeah,
Okay.
usually. So either before I get off the phone with them, like the very first time, I'll say, hey, how'd you get my info? Oh, my friend told me, or I saw you on Google. Literally, one of them, he was one of my favorite customers. He called me. Start over. Me and my fiance were walking down the road one day, and we were doing the door hanger thing, and there was this guy sitting outside, and I don't do the whole door to door thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't door knock. I don't talk to people. I was not gonna put one on his door, and she was like, "No, let's just go hand it to him." And I was like, "He's on the phone. Like, I'm not gonna go bother this guy." She was like, "Ryan, just go hand one to him. Like, you don't have to say anything." And so I walked up and I was like, "Hey man, I'm just gonna leave this on your door." He's like, "All right," and I walked away. Guy called me like, I don't know, 4 months later, and he's like, "Hey, you gave me a door hanger a few months ago, and I was gonna see if you give me an estimate." I went out, man, coolest dude I ever met. He was awesome.
Well, do you think it was just the fact that he saw you do it that kind of kept you in mind, or just...
I think so, because he said that someone else had left a door hanger on his door, and they actually gave him an estimate on the door hanger, and he still called me instead. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure my estimate was higher than theirs.
Yeah, so these pressure washing businesses that come in for maybe just young kids trying to start their first business, are they undercutting your rates often? Does that even matter at the end of the day?
Yes, they do, and it does matter, but it doesn't. Like, I'm not the cheapest. I don't try to be. I don't want to be. I want to be the best. I feel that I'm the best. I'm a perfectionist. I feel like you're going to get what you pay for. So if you pay for a high schooler to come out, and I have nothing against high school kids getting out there and trying, or college kids getting out there and trying. I love entrepreneurship, and I've helped several guys get into business, even here locally. But at the end of the day, if you pay a brand new person to work, you're going to get brand new work. Whereas I've been in business for, I don't even know, 4 years, 5 years. I don't even know how long I've been in business. I've done thousands of houses. I've done probably hundreds of businesses. So if you do go with me, you're going to get experience. You're going to get top of the line work. You're going to get something that that's going to last. You're not going to get the pressure washer lines, you know what I mean? Like, I've invested tens of thousands of dollars in my equipment to get it to where it is now, to where it doesn't matter what I do, I'm not going to mess anything up. You know what I mean? I've got the right chemicals. I know the right concoctions to use for whatever you have on your house or business. Does that make sense? So, like, I mean, I do work for some of the big companies that are around, and I'm not really allowed to say. I got in trouble for posting on Facebook. But, like, we've taken, like, 3 inches of grease and got it down to concrete. Like, stuff that's 20, 30 years old. You could literally pick it up and stretch it like rubber.
Wow.
So, it's just one of them things, man. Like, yeah, if you want cheap, like, that's great. Like, there's people for that. But if you want experience and you want somebody that's guaranteed not to mess anything up, not to, call me.
So when you got into it, were you already experienced, or was you?
Nope. I was that guy.
Were there players in town at the time that were more?
Daniel Dunlap, my buddy Daniel, he was the only guy that I know of that was power washing. He does power washing, stump grinding, lawn care. Like, he's got a bunch of stuff going, And he was the first guy I called for help. And since then, I could tell when we first met, he was like, I don't really care for this guy. You know what I mean? Now we're like best buds. I call him all the time. I'm like, what's up, man? best friends. It's cool.
Was it because, like, just the competition element, maybe?
I think so. Yeah. Like, so I was washing at Leanne's Fine Jewelry. They hired me to wash their building and the sidewalks, and they wanted the entire parking lot rinsed. And I worked at ConAgra. And so when they shut down for the day, I started on the building, started cleaning out the gutters, and then I started cleaning the sidewalks, and I wasn't going to have time to rinse the entire parking lot. And so I looked up Daniel's number on Google, and I said, hey, man, my name's Ryan Crowley. I own this somewhat new business in town. I was wondering if you could come give me a hand. It's like 8 o'clock at night. And he was like, yeah, what are we doing? I said, I need someone to come and rinse this entire parking lot because I got to go to work. And so he said, yeah, give me like 30 minutes. I'm going to fill up my tank and I'll head that way. And he did, man. He was there 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. He had already worked all day, came out, started helping me. I went to work. I think he worked till like 2 o'clock in the morning finishing up that parking lot for me.
Wow.
It was cool. I don't even remember what you asked me to begin with.
Just at first you said he was kind of, maybe it didn't quite like you.
Standoffish. That's right.
I can see that. And I've encountered people like that throughout the past few years, but yeah, sometimes you can wear them down, become friends,
Yeah. Since then, man, we've worked on a lot of jobs together. We've gone to dinner. We've hung out, buddies, man. It's cool.
Yeah, I think I know his son, Dylan. He has a son named Dylan.
No, I think that's his brother's son.
Okay,
I could be wrong, but I think his brother.
Well, I do know a Dylan Dunlap.
Yeah, I think that's his. And I could be wrong, but I think that's his brother's son.
Yeah. Have you ever tried one of those things I tried before I quit extreme pressure washing, whatever it was a website that said they would give you jobs. I forget what they're called.
Yeah,
but it did not work.
Like Angie's List or
if you need to answer it, go ahead.
No, it's cool.
You can be. I mean, that's another thing is like most service companies never answer their phones.
Yeah. Well, a lot of mine, like, I get 100 calls a day. 96 of them are scam.
Really?
It
doesn't like automatically.
That's like no, like it's literally.
Just a call center.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your Google listing. I'm like, click, and then they're 479 numbers, 501 numbers.
Do you use Google Voice for your number?
I don't. I have a legit business line.
Okay. So. Have you tried anything to stop that? There's a service I once used called RoboKiller, and I forget how it works. I didn't end up paying. I had the free trial, but it seemed to work. Like they would have whoever called say something, why they were calling, and it would text you. It would show you like, okay, this is what they just said in real time. So then you can decide, all right, is this a robocall?
Yeah.
Right? And just ignore it.
So I had never heard of that until the other day. I was cleaning someone's pool, and I had to call him. And so I called him, and it was like, I don't remember what it said. Due to high spam call volume, please state the reason you're calling. And I was like, this is Ryan, your pool cleaner. And then it was like, we'll try to put you through. And then like 10 seconds later, he's like, hey, Ryan, what's up? I was like, what is that? He's like, I have no idea. I don't know why it's on my phone, but it's there.
Yeah, it's probably that app or another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might work wonders. Who knows?
Yeah.
But you do a lot of jobs that are like sweaty startups, right? A lot of people don't want to get into that. Mm-hmm. Don't want to sweat. I mean, but it seems like it's been rewarding for you.
It has. And that's what I was trying to get at. When I first started, I was broke. Like, I was broke. I worked at ConAgra. I worked 60 hours a week ish, 70 hours a week. And every penny I made just went to bills. And so one year in, I don't know, January, February, I said, you know what, I'm going to start a pressure washing business. And so when I got my tax return, it was like $3,000. I spent like $500 on a trailer, $600 on a power washer, and it was a Generac, 4 gallon a minute Generac pressure washer. I bolted that thing to the trailer. I bought a little tank, put bleach in it. I was like, I'm going to do this. And slowly over the next year, I went from that to I won a $7,000 skid for the back of my truck. Don't ask me how. Some YouTube giveaway. I was like, sure, I'll enter, whatever. I'm not going to win nothing.
Did it cost enter?
Nope.
Wow.
Completely free. I had to drive to, what was it, Alabama or something, Georgia, I had to drive all the way across the dang country, pick it up. And the whole time I was like, man, I'm not gonna get this thing. Like they scam me or something. They're gonna charge me. Man, I showed up. They took a forklift, put that thing in the back of my truck, and it was it. So I was
nice. Did that change the game?
Yeah, it changed my whole life, man. It changed everything for me. Oh yeah, yeah. I owe my business to that guy.
How many employees do you have now?
0.
Really?
I have guys that work for me, but they're subcontractors. They don't work all the time. One of my best friends, Donald, he works for me a week at a time. So he'll work 1 week, and then he works on the railroad, and so he'll be gone a week. I've got another guy that works for me a few hours a week when I need him. And then I got people that help me clean pools, or, when I've got odd job here or there, I'll say, hey, you want to work? But most of the time it's just me, man.
Is that by design, or is it hard to find people?
No, it's hard to keep somebody employed full time when there's not very much business here. I don't know why. Like, I spend thousands and thousands of dollars on advertising. I do the whole postcards and door hangers and yard signs. That's how most of my customers get me, is yard signs. I've got yard signs everywhere. But it's just hard to keep somebody full time. It's hard to promise somebody 40 hours a week. You know what I mean? It's easy to do it myself 40 hours a week, but keeping somebody else, it's hard to keep somebody going 40 hours a week. So
do you see that changing one day, or?
I hope so.
Yeah.
What I'd like to do, I'd like to hire a service manager, somebody that does what I do. They go out and they look at the work and they bid it, and they do the work, and they have somebody under them. And I'll be on the back end, working on the website, working on my advertising, working on paperwork, my taxes, my bookkeeping, stuff like that. and have someone else out doing the actual work. But right now, it's just not possible. Last year, it was possible. Last year, I had 2 employees full-time. They pretty much did everything. And then this year, no.
Just people, are they not spending money on pressure washing anymore?
Yeah,
That's
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm curious, like, you do residential and commercial.
Yep.
Do you prefer one or the other?
I prefer commercial, but residential is really what pays my bills. So commercial is like the commercial stuff that I do. And when I say commercial, I don't mean like small mom and pop shops.
I'm thinking like Walmart parking lot,
yes,
for example.
Yeah, those things, like, those are big lump sums all at one time where I get all that money and then I literally just spend it all to upgrade all my equipment.
Yeah.
But my residential stuff, that's my everyday, pay my bills, pay my employees, pay my truck payments, and all that stuff. So I prefer the commercial stuff because it's big lump sum kind of things. But I prefer the residential too because that's what pays my paycheck every week.
Yeah, so let's just say that theoretically you had, I don't know if you've worked for Walmart or not, that's not the point, but say you had a property that size that you're going to wash, whatever it is in the property that they want you to. How much ballpark is that for you, like in just gross revenue?
So I try to base it off hourly. And people would hate me if I
we don't have to go there, but yeah, I think some people, I'm assuming your hourly rate is pretty high.
Yeah.
Because of the experience. You're paying for the job to be done well, and you have the equipment. You have invested in all of that.
Yeah, and as a business owner, like a legitimate thing, if it's just me out there with a small power washing, no chemicals, $20-$30 an hour is great. You know what I mean? It's good money. But I have 2 trucks. I have the equipment that's in my truck. That cost me $800 a month. Like, I've got a loan on that. It's not cheap. You know what I mean? I have a shop I have to make a payment on. I think I pay like $800 a month for insurance. $500 shop, $700 truck payment, $500 truck payment, $800 skid payment.
The money's got to come from somewhere.
And that's all my business stuff. That doesn't even include my house and my personal stuff. You know what I mean? And so my hourly rate, I've had to adjust it up over the years to where I have to make, if I'm working 5 days a week, I have to make like probably $4,000 a week just to pay my bills. It's not fun, but it's rewarding.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
And you're able to do it.
Yeah.
And that's awesome, man.
Yep.
That it just goes to show that, I mean, doing something as simple, even though where you're at, it's not necessarily simple. Simple as starting a pressure washing company. It can reward you.
Yeah. In the beginning, it was easy. It was fun. I could go out and do it myself. My little pressure washing trailer. Man, now it's, you want to talk about stress.
How do you create leverage in your company? Like, maybe you don't have much right now, but you can delegate, I guess, hire employees, leverage. I'm trying to think of ways to do that myself, and there are certain ways I do it, but how do you do it?
I don't. It's really hard for me because I'm a very on hands kind of guy. I work on all my equipment myself. Like, I don't trust anybody else to do anything. Most jobs, even if I send my guys out to do it, I'm there.
Have you had bad experiences with certain people?
I have.
Certain hires?
I have. Yeah. I've had employees that even when I'm on the job with them, like, I'll go behind them and I'll be like, man, you missed that whole spot. And they're like, no, the chemicals just didn't work right there. And I'm like, that's not how that works. Like, if you sprayed the chemicals, they worked.
Yeah. And even if they didn't, you still got to fix it.
Yeah. And he's like, well, I already reeled up the hose. And I'm like, so what, you're just going to leave it? Like, you can't do that. Go get the hose, turn the chemicals back on. It take 10 minutes. You get paid by the hour.
Yeah. So I'm struggling to find people right now to work with. Not for necessarily the reasons of they don't want to work. The people that I'm specifically looking for, I haven't found them yet. But do you think there's people, so overall people don't want to work? I've heard that said a lot.
Yeah.
Why is that?
So I don't think it's going to get me in trouble politically. I don't think that it's that people don't want to work. It's 2020, 2021. People got used to not having to work. You know what I mean? We were getting money for nothing. We were getting big old paychecks. You know what I mean?
Dude, I got laid off from my job because I worked at a very small IT place here in town. And then I was getting paid more not to work than I was working.
Exactly. And so it's like people really got used to that, in my opinion. And so now, like, if I don't pay someone at least $15, $16, $18 an hour, they're like, I don't want to do that. I'm getting $400 a week unemployment. Why do I want to come out and work in the hot sun and do all that for $400 a week?
Yeah. I mean, I see their side. And,
Yeah,
I mean, setting
absolutely.
it aside, like, just like setting I don't even think it's a political problem because you get used to getting paid to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do we do at home? You know?
Yeah.
Just sit there and consume content all day long.
Play video games, watch YouTube.
And then when it comes, for me though, it drove me crazy. Like then I got a job after that, kind of the unemployment thing, where it was a really easy job. I was basically doing very minimal work and then having a lot of free time to do other things, but it drove me crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I guess not everyone's like that.
Yeah, I am. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
COVID really skyrocketed my business. Everybody was home looking at their dirty, nasty houses. They didn't want to do it. And hey, the government just gave me a $2,000 check. I'm just going to pay someone else to do it. There's someone at the door.
Okay.
Oh, well, maybe not. He's walking away. He was there for a minute. I think he was knocking. Yeah.
See what's going on. Where were we?
Who knows?
Man, I wanted to ask you, and I know you can't say a ton of things about this. But these scooters.
I never even did go look at my NDA. Actually,
but we can say that you brought Bird.
Let me make a call real quick. Can I make a call real quick?
Yeah, make a call.
I don't know if he'll answer my call, but
is it Bird?
It's a guy that works for Bird.
I was on their website, I guess the other day when we were talking. Did they acquire Lime that you know of? Because there's other scooters called Lime.
Not that I know of.
I saw like Lime mentioned on their website, but
I'm pretty sure Bird is going to go bankrupt. Like they're.
It's not I don't think it's a profitable business model.
It's really not. Let me see if he answers.
We can actually Bluetooth it into this and get him right on here with us if we want. I mean, me and the rest of the people in Russellville, we just woke up one morning and there were scooters everywhere.
Yeah, that was my fault.
And yeah, why?
So, I don't remember exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure I was like, I think I was scrolling Facebook one night and I saw one of my friends had posted a video of them riding scooters in Little Rock or something. And I remembered that several years prior, we had those scooters in Russellville. I mean, we had hundreds of them. They showed up one morning and they were just here and they were everywhere. I'm talking, they were hundreds and hundreds of scooters.
They were all over Tech. I think I was going to Tech at the time.
Yeah.
For a minute, I thought they were Techs. But then I started seeing them parked everywhere. So
Tech actually got their own scooters there for a while. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure they got a different brand there for a minute. But yeah, Bird, basically they went all over the country and they dropped off thousands and thousands, like tens of thousands of scooters in different markets, different cities, just to see how they would do. And they didn't ask for permission. They just contacted people and they were like, "Hey, we want you to go put these all over town in groups of 4, and we'll put spots on the map on the app, and you just go put them out." And they had a different structure back then. Like you could get on and sign up, and you could be a charger, or you could be a maintenance person, or you could just agree to move them, and they paid you per scooter. They paid bank. Like you could go out and you could make 100, 200, 300 bucks in a night just charging scooters at your house. And then a bunch of cities confiscated all of their scooters. Like they were like, "You're not paying no taxes." Like they're destroying our cities. Like people are getting hurt. Like nobody's being held responsible for anything. And so the highway department, whoo, buddy. The highway department confiscated thousands of scooters because you cannot put anything on a state highway without their approval. And so we have Highway 64, we got Highway 7.
And our town, really no towns are built for that type of vehicle, right? The cities, you can kind of get around, but
Yeah.
which is why I thought they were so out of place here. We don't have sidewalks.
Yeah, and technically you're not supposed to ride them on the sidewalk. You're supposed to ride them on the street.
And that,
Like,
yeah.
and they go 25 miles an hour. And so like you can hit the side streets, you can hit the somewhat faster streets like Parkway. You can't hit Main Street with that thing and not get run over. People texting and driving. Man, I can't tell you how many times people were trying to ride on the sidewalks and they'd hit one of them. There'd be an uneven one would sink.
Yeah.
Man, people hit one of them. Can't tell you how many broken arms and legs and faces got. St. Mary's made hundreds of thousands of dollars off them.
Maybe this is not official, but maybe it was St. Mary's. Maybe the hospitals, they had a deal.
Yeah,
with
they were
her.
going out there and like pumping up sidewalks to make that. No, but like, so anyway, I saw someone on Facebook. I think they were in Little Rock. They were out riding scooters in the middle of the night. And I got to thinking, man, we used to have those here and people made bank. And so I sent an email to Bird and said, "Hey, I live in Russellville, Arkansas. We used to have these scooters here. Well, why don't we have them anymore?" Like I was just curious, like what happened to them? And they actually emailed me back and they were like, I don't remember exactly why they said that they disappeared. They weren't forward with the actual reasons. But the guy actually emailed me and he said, "If you know any small business owners that are interested in their own fleet in Russellville, let me know." Sure, let's do this.
So this was you as the pressure washing company now.
Me as the pressure washing company. And I worked at ConAgra. So I was working 8 to 12 hours a day at ConAgra at night, 7 days a week. And when I'd get off work, after I started scooters, working at ConAgra, I'd get off work and I'd go pressure wash. I was sleeping maybe 2, 3, 4 hours. I was happy to get 4 hours of sleep.
I don't know how you could do that.
And well, it got hard. It got really hard, especially after I started the scooters, because the scooters have to be done at night, and so they have to be charged at night. And so right before I'd go to work, I'd go and grab all of the dead scooters hour and a half, 2 hours. And I'd take them to my shop, and I'd plug them all in, and I'd go as fast as I could to work. And I'd work all night. I'd get off work. I'd go get the scooters, and I'd take them back out, put them out, go home, get like 2 hours of sleep, go out and pressure wash.
Where'd you put the scooters at this point?
Everywhere.
Just sprinkle them around town?
So actually...
You found the spots that most people were using them.
Basically. First off, they didn't tell me that I couldn't put them on tech property. And so I took 50 scooters, which was all I was allowed, 50 scooters straight to Arkansas Tech. And I put them all over the place. I was excited. I went.
You say if ever be like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, so I put them all out, and I went home, and I mean, I was watching that app. I was like, how much money am I going to make? Till I got an email said, why are all these scooters on Arkansas Tech campus? And I was like, that's because that's where they're going to get used. That's where I'm going to make the most money. And they were like, no, you go get all those scooters and you get them off campus. I had no idea.
They were banned from there, basically.
Arkansas Tech banned scooters. I don't know the official reason. Some people say it's because they were trying to get their own brand of scooters on Tech. Some of them say it was an insurance thing. Some of them say it was... there's a bunch of different reasons. But basically, there was actually 2 of us in Russellville. Each one of us had 50 scooters. And that guy, he was putting his, like, all over town, like, in residential areas. My thinking was, why put them in the residential areas when you could put them where everyone goes? And so I was putting them at Old Bank. I was putting them at the depot. I was putting them at Fat Daddy Barbecue. I was putting them at the mall where everybody hangs out. What do they call it? Pets. I was putting them at Pets, at PetSmart.
Oh, yeah?
And at the time, I was making bank. Like, I was getting paid for every ride. When I first started, I was making 60% of the ride, 60% commission, basically.
Wow. So how many rides happened?
Hundreds. Every day. I'd get on there, and there were weeks that I made $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in a week just charging scooters, changing tires. Like, it was great.
Yeah.
And then, I started putting them at the marina. I was putting 10 scooters at the marina, and every single day, I'd have 100% battery, and like 4 hours later, all 10 scooters would be 0%. Like, they were riding them around the roads up there.
Yeah. But I'm surprised the park didn't say something, but that's it.
They did. That is federal property. You're not allowed to do business on federal property without their permission. And so they made me go pick up all the scooters.
But that was it. They were just like, hey, just get rid of the scooters. They didn't.
Yep. He said if you put them across the street, they can ride them on the property. But they cannot rent the scooters on the property. Didn't make no sense to me, but whatever. But there's nowhere to put them over there. There's nowhere to put them across the street off the property unless they're
in the ditch.
In the ditch, you know what I mean?
No one's gonna get them over there. So, what was the end of the scooter saga?
So about a year in, they changed the contract on all of the fleet managers to where we were making that we went from like 60%, now we're making 40%. So my paycheck got cut by 20%. And then they went public. So they went from a private party or a private company to a public company, and they made everybody sign new contracts again. And I went from making 60% to 40. Now I went from 40 to like 24, 27%. So I went from making a couple grand a week to a couple hundred. I've got a truck payment. Like, I bought my little white Nissan out here. I bought it straight for scooters. Because I had like 200 scooters in Clarksville. I had 100 scooters in Russellville. I bought a 14-foot trailer for this thing. Like, I had a legitimate business. I was actually making a profit on it. I had employees in Clarksville. I had employees in Russellville. It was thriving. And then all of a sudden, I'm not making any money because
Yeah, they just swept
contracts.
the rug out from under you.
Yeah.
What'd you do after that?
I told them to come pick up their scooters.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm not making any money. Like, I'm making $100 this week, $100 that week, $200 on a busy week. And I'm like, I'm paying a $500 shop payment. My shop insurance is $200 and something a month. I got a $500 truck payment. Like, my electric's $200 a month on the shop. Like, there's no profit at all. And they're like, oh, well, you can still do it. You can still do it. And I was like, no, I can't. Like, there's nothing left. And so, yeah. They said, well, go pick up all the scooters and take them to your shop and palletize them, and we'll come get them in a couple weeks. And I was like, you want me to go pick up these scooters, like, for free? And they're like, yeah, it's in your contract. You have to. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not. I haven't made a profit in months. Like, I'm net negative for the past 6 months, and you expect me to go spend several $100s to go pick up 400 or 500 scooters, and like, it's not happening.
So they had to go out and get them.
They paid me to do it.
Oh, they paid you.
Yep. I told them, I said, I'll do it. Like, I'll have my employees do it, but you're going to pay for it. And he's like, no, I can't do it. I was like, well, then you're gonna have to pay somebody else to do it, because I'm not going negative even more. I have $10,000 worth of parts in my shop for Bird scooters.
You had to buy those parts?
I had to buy those parts.
So you were buying them from them?
I was buying the parts from them. I was doing all the maintenance. Like, it was fun until it wasn't.
With all those parts, did you just take a loss, or did you get to sell it out to...
Nope. They're still in my shop.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is there a market for them anywhere?
Nope.
Not even in, like, San Antonio or Austin?
Nope. Or the Bird scooters that I had, when it was going good, they were going to upgrade my scooters to the next level.
The next version that came out.
Those scooters would have been awesome. Like, they would have been awesome for Russellville. They don't crash as easy. Like, they had bigger wheels. The wheels that I have are like solid rubber. The ones that they were going to send me, the scooters they were going to send me, they actually had blow-up tires. So you could hit a rock and not wreck. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Higher clearance, stuff like that.
They would have been awesome. But when they went public, they lost millions, probably close to $1 billion. Like, their business went from great to borderline bankrupt in a matter of days. And so I was supposed to get those scooters, and then all of a sudden they were like, no, ain't nobody upgrading. Nobody's getting new scooters. They upped the price of their parts for us. Like, so I'm making you money, and you're gonna up the price of the parts that I have to put on these scooters?
If it was such a good business model where they were making money before this, why is someone else not come along? Like, I know Lime is a scooter company, or I'm sure a dozen other ones that probably exist out there. Why have they not come along? And
I'm not sure. I thought about getting in touch with Lime because I loved being a fleet manager. It was so fun. Like, I had a blast. I know at the time, Bird had a contract with the city that said Bird would be the only electric mobility company in the city. I don't know if that contract is still active. I know. I think that contract might be active until this December.
Really? December 2023?
I believe so.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, because
there's a resurgence of scooters.
Yeah, because I think I quit, and I could be wrong, but I think I quit early this year, and they had just re-signed their contract with the city.
You're saying there were scooters in Russellville at the beginning of this year?
I believe so.
I feel like I haven't seen them in a while, like a couple of years.
I could be wrong.
But I also...
My years run together, man.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen one.
Yeah. I know I can look it up by...
But Russellville is not a... Hopefully one day, I don't know how we're going to fix it, but, you know, I'm really pro... Make a town that the people can live in, you know, walk around. Like, downtown is cool for that reason, because you can walk to the places you want to go. It sucks that you have to drive here, but, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We got those new trail systems coming in. They got a grant or something like that. I haven't been to any of them yet, but apparently they've gotten millions of dollars to build, like, a greenway system in Russellville. It's supposed to connect the whole town together. That'll be cool. Ride a bike. But man, we have designed the cities of the United States for the car.
Yeah.
Cars are cool, but walking is cool too. It just slows down life a little bit, gets you outside. I think that would fix a lot of the problems we have where people are shoved inside all day.
Yeah.
You know, they're not working. They're just playing video games. And I like video games, but like I can't anyways spend my life doing that. We'll get nothing done.
Yeah. And that was one thing that I really enjoyed about the scooter business is you go anywhere right now, you don't see people outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
well, even setting aside the fact that it's 105 degrees.
Yeah.
Even when it's not that, you don't see people outside.
Even in the evenings, you know, when it's a little bit cooler, you don't see anybody outside right now. When I had scooters here, you could drive down Main Street, and there were people everywhere riding scooters. You know, you hardly ever saw one person out by themselves riding scooters. It was always friends. Like when we were kids, you know, like you were outside with a friend. Nowadays, it's like I'm at, and I don't really play video games. I don't have time for it. But like I know people that they go home and they're by themselves and they're playing video game by themselves, and they might be on camera with their friends or on I don't remember what that's called.
Yeah, like talking to their friends.
Yeah, but it's like they're not with them. You know what I mean? But when I had scooters here, I saw people outside. You know?
Yeah.
Like people were actually with their friends and they were hanging out and they were having fun. And it's like,
how old are you, Ryan? What year were you born?
I was born in '90, so
you're a millennial.
I'm 33. Yeah. I'll be 34 in like a week.
I'm the beginning of Gen Z. So my generation, I have a 10-year-old brother as well, so he's kind of like the end of Gen Z, and there's a big difference between him and me in terms of just like, I don't know, the setting. But I was of a generation, we didn't get to go outside. I mean, we got to go outside, but we did not have independence. You know, I wasn't able to like ride the bike with the friends.
Yeah.
Because danger, you know, like
there's that bad. I feel bad for my kids because like last night, my kid asked me if she could ride around the block with her friend, and I was like, it's like 8 o'clock at night. Like, it's getting dark. When I was a kid, I didn't show up home for 3 or 4 days. Nobody cared.
Do you think the world is more dangerous now, or are we just more plugged in to the news?
Maybe both. I mean, we've got 2 billion more people on this planet from when I was a kid.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
It is.
How many more? What billion are we on right now? Is it 7
I believe
still?
We're at 8.
It's 8 now? Okay.
When I was in like 5th grade, I remember learning that we had 6 billion people on this planet. I was like, man, that's insane. That is billions.
Yeah.
And now I'm 33 and we got 8 billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
20 more years. Like, I think they said it it doubles.
I've
every
heard
40?
different things. I've heard that we're going to hit a population issue, but I've actually heard, again, I don't know what'll happen, but that we're going to hit a population issue the other way, where like a lot of these people are really old, and the birth rates have slowed down. So eventually we may, depending on where you live at, I guess. Like there's definitely some countries. I think China might be one of those. It's about to hit. Maybe not China. Some countries are like having crises because most of their population, they're getting old. You're getting up there in age.
Yeah.
They're going to run out of. Yeah, but the point being is, growing up, there was a little bit of that. The social media was a new thing, right? It was different. It felt less like malicious in a way because it wasn't as designed to it wasn't as monetized as it is now. But it's bad now. It is bad now, especially with short form content. Some of the content we're making right now from this podcast. Unfortunately, we have to leverage it to like get out there to the public that's watching this and share a message about our local communities. But part of that, hopefully, people who are listening to the long form can hear the full message of like, hey, put down the phone, get outside, make your community better. So that, man, these are the bird scooters?
December 12th, 2022 is when I finally said enough's enough. Went and picked them up. So.
Do you have any? Is there like one left?
I don't.
Okay. Say you did have one. Let's just say you did. Would it be operational?
Let's say I don't.
Does it need an app to work?
I don't have 5 or 6 of them. They wouldn't be operational unless you took all of the electronics out and replaced them with non-bird
chips and everything.
Yeah. Now, there are computers and stuff that you can buy from China and put in them, and they will work. Hypothetically.
Yeah, completely hypothetical.
Yeah. I haven't gotten any of them to work yet. I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to even tear into one.
So people that are watching this, what do you want them to know about your business? What are you... Maybe you're looking for people to work with you. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just looking to, of course, get more clients and help more people clean up their properties.
Yeah, that's my main thing, man. It's like, I love cleaning the city up. Like that's my thing. Is I've done a lot of free work. Like when I had scooters down here on at the depot, like I don't even think the city knows. Like, I power washed the sidewalks. I wanted it to look nice. I asked them if I could power wash the stage because the front of the stage over here, I don't know if it is now. I haven't been at the depot in forever. It was the color of that wall. It was black. Like, there was algae and mold and everywhere. And it just, for me to be able to pull my hoses out and just get rid of it, it is the most satisfying thing in the world. And like cleaning people's houses up and then having their reaction to what I've done, there ain't nothing better. There ain't nothing better than seeing people satisfied with what you've done for them. Like that's my main objective in life. It's just making people happy. Truly.
Good stuff. Did they give you permission to spray that off, or did you just?
They never emailed. They never emailed me back.
Well, thank you for doing it.
Yeah,
from the citizens of Russellville.
I didn't do the stage because I knew that would be obvious. And I was going to have to, like, pull my hoses all the way over there. I didn't want someone to drive by and be like, no, you can't do that. But, like, the sidewalks, man, that was middle of the night. Like, I've got a 100-gallon tank on my pressure washer. I'd do a little section at a time, 10 minutes. Like, do this whole section. 2-3 days later, I'd do another section. Like
the vigilante of Russellville.
Yeah, I was out here trying to clean stuff up.
Nice.
So... yeah, man, and then like this year I started cleaning pools, started doing pool maintenance. I need to branch that off from my power washing stuff and get like a completely separate business entity going. Oh, there's so much paperwork. Gotta do paperwork. Gotta get the LLC. Gotta get a different bank account. Gotta whole nother set of books.
Yep.
And so I just haven't. I'll probably do that this winter.
In-ground pools, I guess.
Yeah. I hate above ground pools. Don't call me if you have an above ground pool. I hate them. Get an in ground.
Yeah. So do you have to drain the pool to clean it?
No.
No. Okay.
I've had 3 or 4 pools this year that had not been swam in 4, 5, 6 years. Like, some of them were covered, some of them were not. Like, we're talking swamp water. And I've taken it from that to swimmable in less than a week without draining the pool.
Was that, do you have chemicals you shock it with? Do you replace are you pumping water out?
Nope.
Okay.
Just chemicals.
Just chemicals.
Just chemicals.
And then it's safe to swim in after that.
It's completely safe.
Salt water and chlorine?
Salt water and chlorine. Highly recommend salt water. I can't recommend salt water enough.
Oh, they're fun to swim in.
Yes.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah. So what most people don't know is a saltwater pool is a chlorine pool.
Just less?
It's just a different process. Like a chlorine pool, you're putting chlorine tablets in it. You're putting powdered shock. A saltwater pool, you fill your pool with hundreds of pounds of salt and it dissolves into the water, and then you have a saltwater system that basically electrifies the salt water, and when you electrify salt water, it produces chlorine. That's basically all chlorine is electrified salt water. It goes deeper than that, but that's basically
so any in-ground pool can easily be converted.
Absolutely.
That's something you do as well?
Absolutely.
Well, then everyone should go do that, because if you haven't swam in salt water, you're going to be able to open your eyes up more pleasantly underwater. Yep. You're going to feel better when you get out of it.
Yep.
It's not that sticky,
it
weird
stays
feeling.
Clean longer by itself with less maintenance.
About how much? Well, we don't have to say that.
Oh,
okay, here's a question. Do you like people knowing like the price of this?
Absolutely.
Before you talk to them? Or is it different for every kind of pool? The size and whatnot?
What do you mean before I talk to them?
Well, like, do you offer... You don't have a website for this yet, but would you have like a productized packages instead of like quotes?
For like pool maintenance or
pool
cleaning?
conversion, I guess.
Oh, converting to a saltwater?
Yeah.
Oh, it's easy. So there are lots and lots of different products, different brands of saltwater systems and chlorine systems, and some people don't even have like a chlorinator. Like they'll just take a tablet and put it in a skimmer, and that's it for a couple of days, and then they'll put another one in there. But if you have like a chlorinator where it's basically just a stack, and you just stack tablets in it, and then the water circulates and it dissolves the tablets over time. If you're gonna go from that to a saltwater system, if I remember right, it's less than $2,000. Like for install, the machine, everything, and you don't have to buy tablets anymore. That's $300-400 a year for most people. I've got customers that do tablets, and their pools will not keep chlorine in them, no matter what you do to it. And they're going through $900 a year, $1,200 a year in tablets. Absolutely refuse to go saltwater.
Why is that?
It's too expensive.
Oh,
but
not really.
But it's not really. It's like It's like you're saving yourself money over 2 years. It pays for itself, and they last 5 to 7. And so it's like, to me, hands down, saltwater's the way to go. And if they really want to go from chlorine, I say chlorine, but a tablet system to a saltwater system, $2,000, and you'll have a system that is, for most pools, oversized for your pool. It's less wear and tear on the system. It makes it last longer. It's putting out like 50% of what it can. And if your pool ever like goes green, you hit a button, it runs on 100% for 24 hours, completely chlorinates your pool, kills everything in it, ready to swim. No maintenance, like no hands on. You push a button.
Nice.
It's so cool.
Do you have a pool?
I don't.
One day I want to get one.
Me too. They're expensive.
Yeah.
They're expensive. They're expensive to take care of. Woo. Especially in above ground. Above ground pools, man. I've got one customer.
They're more expensive to take care of?
Absolutely.
But cheaper to get into.
They're cheaper to get into, but you're going to spend a lot of money taking care of it.
Yeah.
I've got one customer. We've got a love-hate relationship. They have an above ground pool, and I've spent the past month and a half trying to get it clean. They hadn't swam in it all season. And he called me. They'd spent, I think he said, $3,000 on chemicals trying to get this pool to go from green to where they could swim. Wouldn't happen. And it took me about a month. Took me about a month. Longest pool I've had yet that actually was swimmable. And finally, after, I think it was like $600 worth of chemicals at cost, because I felt for him, like, it's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Spent $3,000 trying to get his pool clean. He's ready to throw dynamite in the thing. And it took me about a month and about $600 to get it clean. And finally, like 2 weeks ago, it went from green to blue.
Nice. Now they're swimming.
So now they're swimming it. Well, they're on a cruise ship right now, but yeah, it's able to be swam in now.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Well, yeah, I think those are some good clips right there. If you need anything related to pools, contact Full Force Exteriors.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ryan, thank you I know you're a busy guy. What time is it? How long have we been going?
It is 4:20. Or 4:20. Actually, that thing goes fast. Yeah, 4:20.
Thank you for coming on the show, man.
Yeah,
hopefully some people see this and reach out to you.
Yeah.
Get some jobs booked.
Yeah.
And thanks for sharing your experience, because I know there's people that are either entrepreneurs or trying to get into it that listen to this podcast. They reach out to me. It's the most awesome thing when they reach out and they talk. Oh, I like that episode. There's this one guy I recently met that grows mushrooms, gourmet mushrooms, and that's his whole business.
That's awesome. I have a friend in Wyoming that does that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does he have a pretty big operation?
I think so, but they don't have like a website or anything. He just
goes to restaurants.
Started growing them one day. Yeah, he like supplies them to restaurants and stuff. And that's pretty much all he does now. Yeah. He just grows mushrooms and takes them to all his little restaurants. And
have you talked to him about it? Does he just no?
No, not really.
This guy,
I need to.
He'll. I just met him, but he's a mushroom connoisseur. I can tell you that.
That's cool.
They probably are all similar. Mushrooms are very complex. I've seen a couple things.
Oh yeah.
But it's cool to see people get hyped up about what they like doing.
Yeah, and see, I do so many things. I'm actually about.
There's another business you're starting to?
I am. So the guy that built my skid, my equipment in the back of my truck, he scammed a bunch of people out of like I think it's up to like $1.2 million. Like took their money and never built equipment. And so I'm thinking about getting into that business.
The scamming business?
No, definitely not.
Building skids?
Yeah, I could never. I couldn't ever imagine doing that to somebody.
Yeah.
But anyway, just not go negative. I just built my first trailer for somebody, and same feeling as washing the house, man. Pulling that thing out of the shop for the first time and him seeing it and him going through it and pushing buttons and making everything work. And he lit up, man. Like, I just changed this guy's life. And so I think I'm going to get into that.
Nice.
I think I'm going to start building equipment for people.
You're going to have to eventually hire some people.
Yeah, I know. One of these days.
Yeah. Eventually I will too. And if you're watching this and you want to work with either of us, reach out. But with what we're trying to do, I'm still trying to figure out what this is. Like, obviously there's a podcast here. We're doing this. But I think part of what we're obviously getting into to help businesses grow is like content creation, sales funnel building. But yeah, I don't know. I've got to get better at articulating the vision, getting people excited about it, putting that on paper, putting that on a website. But all part of the process, I think.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to do above anything else is actually helping other small businesses start up. Like, I have probably 20 guys across the country that call me for advice.
How do they find you?
For power washing? One guy, I posted a couple of tanks on Facebook. He lives in Louisiana, Missouri, or Mississippi, something like that. Bought my tanks. We had like an hour-long conversation when I was dropping them off to him. Calls me almost every day. Texts me, calls me. Facebook groups. There's a bunch of power washing Facebook groups. I get on there and comment and help people out. Can't tell you how many people have messaged me. I'm like, hey, here's my number. Call me. I'll help you through it.
That's very nice of you. Have you ever been on Reddit before?
I love Reddit.
There's like that sweaty startup. You seen that one?
Uh-uh.
That was one I was into back when I was getting into power washing, was our sweaty startup.
That's cool.
Yeah, they got a lot of good information. So much information about not just pressure washing businesses, but gumball machines, vending machines, those kind of things, like anything physical that most people wouldn't think of. Because you got a picture you're about to show me?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is one guy. This is this morning. Hey man, how do you clean this? Yeah, I just sent him a GIF with Clorox.
There you go.
And he's like, do you mean like actual Clorox or like our usual stuff? Like, that's just, I think I got one yesterday too from somebody else. It's like just helping people is like, that's the name of the game for me. Mm-hmm. I'm working for a guy putting in a pool pump. Works right down the road right here. He needs a lot of work on his property. I mean, a lot. And it's like, I offered to do the work for him. I gave him an estimate to do the work for him. But, like, he's got a guy building his fence. Didn't call 811. Didn't call the call before you dig. Like, he's going to have a bunch of dirt work done around the pool and then that fence. And then I'm going to be digging up one of those things. I was like, man, let me call 811 because we don't want to get you in trouble, I did that. Did a bunch of dirt work, I'm not going to charge them for all that stuff. Like, I cut through roots like this big with a shovel.
Wow.
Just to get them out of the way. It's like, man, just helping people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you put people first. I think that it goes a long way.
Yeah. Right. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if you're going to start a business, don't do it for the money. You're not going to make any. For a couple years, you're going to be broke.
Yeah. But if we think back to when you started and you were doing it for the money? Or no, you did it. I
was doing it. So I started a business because I wanted to get away from ConAgra. I loved my job. Absolutely hated 90% of the people that I worked with because they were so toxic. And I'm not a toxic person, like, whatsoever. Like, I'm a most of the time I'm giddy. I'm happy. I'm smiling when I go to work. I'm ready to get stuff done. whatever. And then I'd walk into our shop and everybody be sitting in their chairs just on their phones. And most of the people didn't like me because I actually got stuff done and
made them
look bad. And then like I had people that would go behind my work and double check it. And if anything was wrong whatsoever, they'd be up in the boss's lap. Hey, boss man, guess what Ryan did? And it's like, just come to me. Just come to me and be like, hey, man, you accidentally left that valve open. I closed it for you. Man, I really appreciate it,
Yeah, it's always a bad feeling when you realize the people around you don't have your best interests in mind. It's like, oh, okay, see how it is.
I've got hundreds of pictures. There were tasks. I worked in ammonia refrigeration, and they don't know this yet. If you, there were tasks that had to be done every single day on every single shift. Cleaning filters. If the filters didn't get cleaned, the machines would overheat. They'd shut down. Like, we're talking ammonia refrigeration. If something goes wrong on that system, if something breaks loose, gets whatever, you're talking, it could kill people. Like, legitimately. Like, we literally have people's lives in our hands. And these people are coming in and just playing on their phones all night. Like, they're not doing their work orders. They're not doing anything. I couldn't stand it, and they couldn't stand me because I actually got out there and worked, and they'd tell the boss I wasn't doing anything. I've got hundreds of pictures where I'd mark something like a bolt, like wing nuts that you would have to take off every night. I'd take a little pen.
Didn't move.
And I'd make a match mark. And I would do it, and then I'd come in the next night, and I'd be in trouble because I didn't do it the night before. And I'd go and I'd take a picture of that very same match mark. I'd do it on the insides of things. Like, I'd take stuff apart and I'd match mark the inside of a filter up against the casing that it was in. They never did it. And they'd be up in the boss, hey, man, Ryan's not doing his stuff at night.
Did that come back to bite them?
I couldn't do it. I've thought so many times. Thought about it so many times.
You just took the heat and
I just took the heat and went about my day. You want to talk trash about me? Talk trash about me. I can't be that guy. I don't know why. It's just not in me.
I think that's probably an honorable thing, yeah.
It is, and I could have, man, so many times. I had so many opportunities. The boss would come in the middle of the night to help do something. We'd have a major leak or a major breakdown or something. And he'd sit, every once in a while, he'd sit us down and be like, hey, is everything okay? Is everything going on? I heard you didn't do this. I'm like, nah, man, I did that. And I could have been like, man, here's I match marked it last night. Like, you can look at it. Never did. Just couldn't do it.
Yeah, because that would have shown him they weren't doing what they were supposed to do. Yeah.
And I couldn't tell on them like they were telling on me, except I was actually doing it and they weren't.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy, man. It was really crazy.
And now you're out of it.
And so that was the reason that I started my business. It's that I could get out of that. And I made good money. I mean, I made $70,000, $80,000 a year. Wasn't worth it to me.
I started my business to make money a few years ago, but it hasn't. Now the focus is different.
Yeah.
Now it's not making money; it's helping people, and it's going way better.
Yeah.
It works way better when you're not driven by
greed. Not necessarily greed, and
I
don't mean that.
Greed.
I don't mean that like in a bad way.
I get what you're saying. For me, it was desperation. It was like, I desperately need money.
Same. That's kind of why I started mine. Is like, I desperately needed to make enough money that I could get rid of ConAgra.
Yeah. I was in a role for about a year. And this is the last thing I'll say, but I was in a role for about a year last year. I left in October. I was working in an online course. So when I started my business, I found a course that was about $4,000 to teach you how to build this particular business model to work with e-commerce companies online. And I, at the time, was like, I went all in. I invested the money, and it started to work. Like I signed some clients, started making some money, and eventually the guy that ran that company, he reached out to me. He said, "Tal, like I like the way you've been sharing your experiences with the rest of the group. It was like a small community. Do you want to work here?" I was like, "Sure, great, and a great way to add another revenue stream." And by the end of it, we had gone from $30K a month. That's about when I came in to like $150K a month. It's stupid money. I was making the most I'd ever made. Wasn't anywhere near that, but it was still great for me.
Yeah.
But the organization was run by greed, dude. Like the way we had set things up, the more customers we signed meant more stress on the systems, which the systems were me and some like people, and that meant if we sold too much, there was like a decline in quality for our customers. We weren't able to do what we should be doing with each of them. And anyways, long story short, that burnout sucked. Have you been burnt out before?
I've been burnt out several times.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I personally, I have to take 2 or 3 vacations a year because if I don't, my quality of work goes down significantly.
Yeah.
And that's just something that I've noticed. And like, I don't mean to butt into your story.
No, it's
but burnout is a really big thing with me because I work over 100 hours a week most weeks. And it'll take a toll. It'll take a toll on your body. It really takes a toll on your brain. Like
that was if mine was all mental.
Yeah.
Physically, I was sitting down all day, not doing anything. Mm-hmm. But mentally, and then when I left that role, I thought, okay, I should be better. But it took months to like fully recover mentally, and for me to figure out what I was doing.
Yep.
Honestly, it probably took. Well, it was October. Past few months, I've really like worked on. Well, this year I've been really working on the body and the mind. Like your mind's health is so important, especially as an entrepreneur. It should be top priority. Yep. Like I put my health before actually like running the business because if the health is not there, the sleep, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's why I said I don't know how you do so little sleep. Like I have to sleep. If I stay up late, I feel it. Because I guess because I've gotten better, I feel it throughout the whole week. I'm like, man. Went and watched Oppenheimer with my wife a few weeks ago. I was like, we saw the late movie. It's like I felt that the whole week.
Was it good?
It was good. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go see it.
It was a great movie. I will watch it again. They really hyped up the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
How they didn't do it with CGI. Maybe I'm just spoiled. I was expecting more of like impact. It's cool. The movie, the movie was good. Don't go thinking the atomic bomb's going to be like crazy just because they didn't use CGI. It's still cool. But yeah, that's the only negative thing I have to say about it.
Gotcha.
Oppenheimer's cool. But
I will say, and I don't mean to interrupt. For anybody that is going to start their own business,
buckle up.
Buckle up. Like don't quit your job and start a business unless one, you're ready to be broke. And I mean broke financially, broke physically, broke mentally. Like owning a business isn't just, I get to wake up whenever I want, go to work whenever I want, come home whenever I want, go to lunch whenever. I don't have a boss. It's not like that. It is the most stressful thing you'll ever do in your life. You'll never think about anything else more than running your business. Mm-hmm. I get in trouble a lot because I'm on my phone, and it's like I'm looking at my bank account. I'm looking at my finances. I'm looking at my books. I'm looking at jobs that are coming up. I'm looking at jobs that we've done, wondering if I've sent a review request. I'm wondering if they were 100% satisfied. I've called customers months after we did their job just to check in and make sure that everything was good. You're doing your own estimates. You're doing your own invoicing. You're doing your own jobs. You better be prepared to work harder than you've ever worked in your entire life.
Yeah.
It's not easy, and I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
It's not just.
And you don't really ever know if you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you're flying blind.
Yep. You don't know if you're working enough. You don't know if you're working too much. Mm-hmm. You don't know where your next paycheck is going to come from. Last week, I could have made $15,000. Next week, I could make zero. It's coming up into my dead zone, my dead season. I've got Christmas lights. We put up Christmas lights September, October, November, beginning of December, like the first week of December, and then from the first week of December until March, April, May. What's a paycheck? I'm out there door dashing. I love DoorDash. Absolutely love DoorDash.
Nice. You do the Walmart orders now?
I don't. I've never done that. I just get people's food and take them their food.
Yeah, I'm almost kind of jealous sometimes of the people that are satisfied with the 9 to 5.
Me too.
But I couldn't do it.
I hate it.
I can't go back.
I've
thought about it, and even if I did, it wouldn't be for long.
Yeah.
I'd be out of it so fast.
The only place that I think I could legitimately go for a 9 to 5, and I don't care if it's day shift, night shift, second shift, would be the nuclear plant. Be the only place.
Really? Doing what?
Maintenance. That's what I've done. I was a millwright for several years. Traveled around the country, worked on paper mills, car manufacturing plants, stuff like that. And I loved it. The only reason that I stopped doing it is because I had a daughter when I first started. She was born when I was first going at it. And I was away so much. When she was first born, it was like her and I had this connection, and I felt like it was stronger than with her mom. And that doesn't happen with a baby girl, you know what I mean? And then I started going on these long trips working, and I lost that connection. And it's never been the same. And so I'll never stop beating myself up for that. It'll never go away. But if I could get on at the nuclear plant doing what I used to do, that's my dream. And I wouldn't stop doing what I'm doing. I'd be able to afford to hire somebody to do it for me.
Yeah.
Even if I had to take a pay, out of my personal pay to pay somebody to do this for me, my goal is helping people, man.
Well, I don't know if it'll be the direct next guest we have on the show, but here in the next couple of weeks, we should be having the VP of the plant on.
No
kidding.
kidding.
In that chair right there.
That's cool.
They reached out. The communications guy at ANO reached out. But yeah, I think they're hiring security over. My friend works security over there. It's one of those jobs though that do you know anyone that does it?
I knew somebody that used to do it.
So most of them, they perform a great function, and they're all great people, but they have a lot of free time, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people will play video games and whatnot, watch TV, which sounds fun, for the first
Yeah.
I had a job like that once. It sounds fun for the first little bit, and then it's maddening.
Yep.
So if I were to be over there, I would definitely just be using all that time to build a business, which is a cool way to do it. But
I hate to take more of your time.
What do you have?
That's how I started mine. Straight up. I built my business
on someone else's dime?
In my office at ConAgra.
No.
I did my job. I did my work orders. I answered my calls. most of our job was sitting at a desk, watching a computer, watching levels, watching pressures, all that. We had a second computer in there. It was, double screen, separate system completely. I built my website, my logo. I built my own logo. I built my website. I did all my own advertising, built my Facebook page, built my following. Like, I did all of that stuff at work. Never once let my business come before my work.
Mm-hmm. Just got that stuff done. Had
sure
extra
enough,
time.
during my extra time, man, while everybody else was scrolling Facebook or watching YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I watched YouTube. I watched a lot of YouTube. And if you're gonna start a power washing business, you're gonna watch a lot of YouTube. And you're going to learn a lot of the wrong things to do. Like, I can't tell you how much false information there is. And people take it and they run with it and they destroy stuff. But anyway, that's what I did.
That probably would have been me. When I washed, I didn't ever use, few jobs I did, I didn't have any chemicals. It was just water.
I can't tell you how many people have called me and said, hey, I had XYZ come and wash my roof, and they used a power washer. You can't use a power washer on a roof.
Yeah.
Completely. We're talking big companies. Not from Russellville. I don't think anybody from Russellville. But I'm just going to say our surrounding cities. And I'm not talking about Daniel Dunlap. He's in Pottsville. It wasn't him. But somebody from another local city had their Facebook profile picture was him on a shingle roof power washing. Like, I don't know who that house belongs to, but you owe that guy a new roof.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's not good.
But yeah, I built my business sitting at a desk in ConAgra.
It's a good way to do it.
In my free
you get
time.
paid. You have that security still,
Yep.
but and not everyone can do that. So yeah, again, it's
Hundreds.
entrepreneurship is something that if you have to do it,
Yeah.
Maybe I've always known.
Yep.
And I lacked the discipline for a long time to do it because I would start this business or that business, pressure washing, computer repair.
Me
quit
too.
Once it got confusing, but then eventually had the discipline, did it. If it's you. Sucks to be you, but you've got a long road ahead of you.
My problem, I've started several businesses. I started fencing. I owned a fencing business. I still build fences for friends every once in a while. I did construction, did like remodels and stuff. I've always wanted to start a roofing company, but I never have. I work with a buddy of mine. I sell roofs. If you got hail damage or anything like that, give me a call. I'll come out, do a free inspection. We work with your insurance company, get it replaced. Love it. I love, and I'm going to say this wrong, but I love getting over on an insurance company.
What do you mean?
Not getting over on them, but like, I love it when, like, let's say you get a hailstorm.
They give me 10, cost you 5, so now your customers get in the pocket some because the damage was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you have a 10-year-old roof and you get hail damage, I come out and inspect it. We get your insurance involved. We get your roof replaced. Man, you just got a free roof. You just increased the value of your property by that much. However much it is, however big your house is, you just increased your property value. You're most likely going to get more hail damage or wind damage in the next 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Man, I bet you had a lot of work. Did you do a lot of work after this past storm?
Yeah, we did a lot. It was great. Yeah.
There's one house. It was actually the house I grew up in as a small child. Over there on First Street, their house has like a tarp their roof has a tarp on it right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not fixing it, but maybe they should call you.
It might just be because the roofers are behind, or it could be that the insurance company denied it. I had that happen to me one time. Lived in Dardanelle, bought a house. The roof inspection said the roof was fine. And then I don't even think we were there a year. And we had a storm come over Nebo and literally blew half my roof off. And the insurance company came in and said, no, it's a pre-existing damage. So what do you mean pre-existing damage?
Yeah.
Like the storm was last night. Like it tore my roof off. There's shingles all over my yard.
Never got it fixed?
Never got it fixed.
Huh.
Nope. Since that day, I love getting roofs replaced on insurance dime. Love it.
All right. Well, we know who to call. What's the number people need to call?
479-222-1336.
And that's not a Google Voice number? 222?
It was.
Okay.
And then
it's a Google Voice.
And then I built my businesses to where it is now, and I have customers that call me yearly. And so, like, going to a 968 or 967, it's like, how many customers am I going to lose?
Yeah. They have your number saved.
That have my number saved in their phone. You know what I mean? It's like, and I mean, I could send out a mass text and say, hey, we're changing our number. I've got hundreds of yard signs. Cost many hundreds of dollars.
Your yard signs are probably the ones I see everywhere.
Yeah. Little blue and white one, big blue and white ones, power washing.
Yeah.
That's my signs.
There you go.
Or Christmas lights.
I haven't seen the Christmas light ones yet.
You will. You will here in about not even a month.
And there's one more thing I want to ask you that's, I think, important for every small business, every business around here, period. And you are doing it, and nobody else is, which is, you told me about this the other day. On your Google My Business, you are posting, which a lot of people don't know you can do. But you post, like, all the time.
Yep.
And what that does, from my limited understanding, is, like, it keeps you fresh in the algorithm. It keeps
you organically ranked.
Yeah. So
which means it keeps you at the top of the page.
And then
it's just one of them things I'd researched when I worked at ConAgra. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours on YouTube while I was working.
Yeah.
I'd have it in my ear. I'd be working and I'd have my earbuds in my ear and I'd have my headphones on and I'd be working and I'd be listening to podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be listening to YouTube videos. Just learning. You can't start a business without hundreds of hours of research in what you're doing or prior experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So how do you handle that? You're busy all the time, but you're posting, like, not every day, but, regularly, multiple times a month, week.
I got too busy to handle it. And so I have a lady that I love. I adore her. I can message her at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, do you mind making me a Facebook post saying this? And she'll message me back within a couple hours and say, absolutely. When do you want it posted? I'll read you one of our latest. I asked her the other day.
Is she from around here?
She is from around here. I don't think she's taking clients. I will say this, and if she isn't, you can cut it out, right?
Yeah. If she, okay. Well, I try to do minimal editing.
Okay.
Just because I don't know how long we've been going, but everything I have to edit, it adds to the amount of time it takes.
Yeah, it's true.
So we don't have to. I can put her, if she wants to be put on here, we can put her name on, like, a graphic later. But
bet. Okay.
If she doesn't want to, we'll keep her name.
Yeah. I mean, she's awesome.
But the point is, get someone to do it, right?
Absolutely.
Or do it yourself.
Absolutely. And it can be, we got Roy's Heating and Air here.
Okay. It's probably about time they need to get in here and fix the AC. So thank you for listening, everybody. Ryan, it was great having you on the show.
Yeah. I love it, man.
We'll have you on sometime expand upon it, get some other entrepreneurs in here, talk as a group.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
If anybody needs help starting a small business, call me. It don't matter what it is. Cupcake shop, lawn care. You want to do concrete. You want to start a roofing company. Call me. I would love to help. I don't charge. I should. I don't charge right now. I thought about starting a coaching company.
Yeah. Ryan's coaching company.
Yeah.
Are they standing at the door?
No, he walked away.
Okay.
He was there for like 1 second and then walked.
So, AC in here is, which by the way, if you're listening, we're watching. We're in the Brainstorm Agency,
which is awesome. I love it in here.
Yeah, it's nice
It's
setup.
really cool in here.
They did Emily Young, who owns Dog Ear Books. Have you met her?
She owns a bunch of them. I haven't met her, but I've heard a lot about her.
Yeah, she owns several businesses downtown, and then she's got a team in here. And Shane set up the studio, from my understanding, so he did a great job. It looks beautiful in here.
Yeah, it's really nice in here.
And these plants are from the plant parlor. They yeah, they get some interesting sculptures and whatnot.
Yeah,
set up in here.
I love it.
But yeah. One last thing I'll say for entrepreneurs and maybe you interested, there's this group called River Valley Roundtable. Have you heard of them?
I haven't.
I just discovered them recently. So they do like these, it's supposed to be weekly, but about every Tuesday, a couple times a month, we have lunch. And it's different business owners. And we just, like last time, this guy named Josh, he gave a sort of talk. And we went to his place, his business, and we had food, and we were just talking. It was a bit different. Not everyone in there is necessarily an entrepreneur, but most of them are. There's about 10 of them. So yeah, River Valley Roundtable on Facebook. You can join the group and
I'm in.
Stay tuned for the meetings.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. We'll wrap it up. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, man.